we rolling then?
Yeah, why not? Why are we here?
Yeah, so James, tell me about TFG and why are we here today?
See, I didn't think we were going to go straight into
Okay,
that fast,
okay.
but that's fine. Yeah, I'm here to talk about the album and the individual tracks on the album. Some of the ones that I wrote, some of the ones that Johnny wrote, and to give you a little flavour of what TFG is or where they've come from, where we think we're going.
Okay, so the album's named Episodes. Is there a reason for that?
There is, but nobody can remember it anymore. We went through a whole load of different things that we might have called it, and none of the things that we came up with actually meant anything. So we had a lot of catchy phrases, a lot of little words and things that would be great to call an album, but none of them really summed up what the album was about. And we thought Episodes did, or thought so at the time, not quite sure why, but it conjured up the idea that each song is a progressive stage in time from one thing to the next. And that might not even be true anymore.
Okay.
But what I like to say, people say to me, "Oh, Episodes, what does that mean?" It doesn't mean anything. It means what you want it to mean.
Almost the name of an album.
Yeah, same as TFG. It's just the name of a band.
Mm-hmm.
And Episodes is the name of the album. And you know, Deborah, for example, is just the name of a song on the album.
Not.
Deborah is obviously a really important song to me. And I don't know how comfortable I am going into the real detail of how that was written, but the real person it's written about is not Deborah. But it fits the same sort of scan for that name. So it's about someone from the past, and if you listen to the lyrics of the song, it's definitely about something in the past that's over, or that should be over, and maybe should never have been in the first place. And I think the thing that people don't get about that song is that it is real, but the names have been changed. Yeah, we changed the names of the innocent and the not so innocent. The line that people get confused with in that song is the black and white smile thing. For me, it was obvious that that's a photograph, but everybody I've listened telling me what the song is about later didn't necessarily get that. So the whole song was written from me looking at a photograph and thinking, what's the story about this person? And the whole song came from that. It's not all completely true.
Okay. So, what about Johnny's input? Did Johnny have any input in your writing, or?
He did. The way the songwriting worked, I've used a lot of songs that were from 20, 25 years ago, and had Johnny either refashion them in some way or add his bass line or some of the parts to the songs as they were. And then there was some that we actually wrote together and some that were just purely his songs that I rearranged or did some production on. So things like While You Were Sleeping, which was the first one we worked on, well, it's not the first on the album, that was a song that Johnny had written. It was complete. It had the melody, the chords, the verse, chorus, middle eight pattern was all written. And when he played it to me on the guitar, just guitar and him singing, I could hear all these other things going on. I could hear different instruments, I could hear nothing different melodically. I didn't change the song in any way, but I put different instrument sounds in there in places where you might not have expected them, or you might not have noticed them first time. I could hear strings, and I could hear piano, I could hear flutes and Hammond organs. So I just put them in, and hand claps, I put these things in where they sounded like they should go, and they would produce this totally different sound by the end of it, but it was definitely still the same song. And we got Nettye to lay down her vocal track on it from while she was in Canada, and that was really exciting to work with somebody in another country that we never met, but she's on our song. And then getting that on the radio, that was our first song that we had played by anyone. We thought, oh, it's brilliant, it's the first thing we've done, and we've made it, we're on the radio, and we're waiting for that success again. It's been 2 years, we're waiting to get something like that again.
Has it been difficult to write any songs or get some inspiration?
For me personally, I always struggle to write a complete song in one go. I start off with a few lines of a verse, maybe just a chorus and nothing else, and before long I put it down and can't finish it off. So it's very difficult for me to get the whole lyrical idea of the song. I think musically the verse and the chorus are very quick, because I've always written music rather than songs. Now I'm trying to write songs, and it just takes a bit longer to finish off the idea. You start with a brilliant idea, you think, oh, this has got to be a song. You get into the first verse and you think, oh, it'd be a nice song if I could finish it.
And is it easy to work with Johnny in coming up with ideas and recording, or is it?
I just think.
Is it a challenge?
It's challenging working with Johnny. Musically, I like his ideas, and I like working with the songs that he produces. But I don't want to fall out with anybody about how difficult it is actually talking to him via the internet about what we're trying to do, and sending the same file backwards and forwards to each other 10 times before I remember that he's actually sent it to me 10 times. And then it must be frustrating for him as well, knowing that he sent me the same file 10 times, or he sent me a new version of it and I'm thinking, this still sounds like the old one. He said, that's because you're still looking at the old one. So I think as a working partnership, he and I both need to find better ways of working together, where we can be together more often when we're working together, or keep track of what we've done much better. Because I think with working with computer audio files the way we do, it's easy to forget how many different versions you've got of the same thing that have got all very, very similar names. So if you're working in a computer business or in a software house or something, you'd have a version control software package that would keep track of, which version is this we're working on now, and you wouldn't accidentally go back to the previous version. We lost a song completely when we were making the album, and we found a version of it that would do. I'm not going to say which one it is, but one of them actually went lost, went missing.
And what's the intention of the album? Where do you see it going? What's your hopes? And
we just want to sell it and make money. I've been doing this for 25 years or thereabouts, and Johnny's been working on songs for about the same length of time. I think he says he's been writing songs even longer than that, from the age of about 7. There is this idea that we'd like to just be self-expressed, and we've got these emotions and these feelings we want to let people hear about musically. But we can do that without having to make an album. You do these kinds of things because you want to sell them and make some money out of it, and I won't lie about that and be dishonest.
Are you going to tour your material?
Tour. I'd like to, but I don't think the band is rehearsed yet enough to actually do that.
Okay.
We don't even know our own repertoire live yet.
It's a good place to stop.